Hi everyone and happy April. As usual in this video, we're going to go over my current debt. We're going to talk about my spending for March and also the goals that I had for March and just other financial things going on. So to start with my debt, the starting balance at the start of March, I had $52,895.86 of debt. I am now down to $52,473.16. So I paid off a total of $422.70. As you guys saw last month, I said that I wasn't going to be contributing anything extra to my debt for the near future just because I depleted my emergency fund, so I needed to recharge that. But also now, since everything has kind of changed, I was saying in my video about like what I'm going to be doing financially in regards to the whole like crisis going on, is I am going to just save everything until I feel more comfortable. I do still have my job, and so I should be good, but I just wanted to save just in case because obviously there's a lot of uncertainty right now, so that's what I'm doing. And so all of this was just minimum payments. I'll run through my goals real quick, but I really kind of want to focus on other financial things going on. So I had a few goals for March, the main one being a no spend month, which of course I did not spend anything. Yeah, I did not pay for anything, didn't do shopping, nothing like that. My other goal was to spend less than $250 on groceries. I went about $26 over, mostly because I was like stocking up on groceries with everything going on. And you'll see that in my budget, not that much over, so I am okay with it. And plus, this is so much better than I was doing like a year ago or just like a few months ago. That's a pretty good number for me. And I have all this extra food now in my pantry and in my fridge because of all of that, so I should be spending a little bit less in April, I think. I don't know. I wanted to put $100 extra to my emergency savings. I actually was able to do way more than that, which I'll discuss in a bit, so I did reach that goal. I wanted to post another thing for sale. I actually didn't do that because I don't want like the post office to close or me not be able to ship something after I post it. I don't know, maybe that's just an excuse, but I did not post anything because I was thinking, one, that nobody would be buying because a lot of people are out of work, and also that people don't want to because we don't want to be like exchanging our germs or whatever, especially going to the post office and then exposing the post office person and then taking it, I don't know, delivering it. That was my thought process, so I did not post anything. I wanted to share some updates in general on finances, like I said, and I honestly feel kind of guilty to do this and just guilty in general. And hopefully it's okay that I'm talking about this. I am very open on this channel, obviously, about my income and about everything that is going on with me financially. But to be honest, everything is perfectly okay right now for me. And the reason that I'm feeling guilty is because I know so many people are struggling right now financially. A lot of people have been laid off, completely lost their job, or maybe they even got sick and are struggling to pay their bills and are waiting on, this government stimulus stuff to come in. And I am honestly the complete opposite. Like, this is all working in my favor, to be honest. And I do feel guilty about that, but I'm very grateful for it. And so I did want to touch on those things just because this is a part of my journey and it honestly is helping me in my journey. And this doesn't mean that I want this to continue. I think it's all kind of insane and I'd really just want things to return to normal, but I'm so grateful for the financial things that are happening in my life. One of those is that this is unrelated to everything going on, but the first one is that I'm getting a pretty large tax refund. So I did my taxes this month and I overpaid by $2,300. And so I discussed this back in January where I was like, oh, I was saving too much for my taxes. And so I was able to pay off like $3,000 plus. And now I'm getting a $2,300 refund because I still overpaid. So I didn't take into account the interest that I was paying on my student loans. That was able to save me some money on the taxes that I owed. And also the tax guy that I go to, I really trust and I really like, but he also, I feel like he always helps me out, but I wrote off all of my business expenses. So it didn't even look like I made money because I had purchased like my computer, my Mac desktop, I had purchased this camera, a microphone, all these different supplies and services for my blog and for my YouTube channel. And so all of my earnings, I was basically able to write off. And so I really didn't even owe the money on that, the taxes on that, which was amazing. I even wrote off like my Wi-Fi and my phone bill, which I forgot to even consider. And so I'm so grateful that I overpaid because I'm getting this $2,300 refund. I got part of it in March and I'll get the rest in April, the federal in April. And as you guys know, I have a balance transfer on my credit card of almost $3,000. And with this, plus like just my regular income and my side hustle income, I'll be able to pay that off. And like, I was so stressed about this, as you know, I've been talking about this for months and how I had wished I didn't do this. And I am so glad that I overpaid on that. And this is like a surprise amount of money. I was like, no, that can't be right. Like, let's check the numbers again. And he was able to confirm everything. Those numbers are correct. I'm getting that money back. So I'll be able to pay off that card. However, I am still saving my money up until June. So it's April 1st right now. And every bit of money that I do not have to spend right now is going into my high yield savings account. Most of it into my emergency savings, because I just want to be on the safe side of things because nothing is certain right now. However, I have until June, until that balance transfer starts accruing interest. And then once June comes, I'll pay that card off completely. And then probably after that is when I'll start making extra payments toward my debt. The other reason I'm waiting until June is because that is when I know for sure that I'll be signed on to another few months at my job. My job should be good through everything going on. However, every single year it's kind of like a contract position, and it has to be renewed every few months, basically. And so I know for sure it's happening in April because that's when my current one expires. And then I should be getting my raise by June. So I really just wanted to make sure everything went through with that, mostly just getting signed on again. And that is when I'll probably start making big extra payments again toward my student loans first. The other thing is the student loans. So as you guys know, if you have student loans or if you watch the news at all interest on student loans have been waived, and then you don't even have to make a payment until September 30th. So the interest has been waived until September 30th, and you don't have to make a payment until September 30th. I am still going to be making my minimum payments up until June. Like I said, I'll start making extra payments then. But this helps me out so much because I am not accruing interest on my student loan. So each time I make a minimum payment, it is going directly to my principal and saving me $120 a month in interest for 6 months. Like, what? And I'm just so grateful that I'm even able to make that payment anyway. So this is what I was saying, like these things are kind of working in my favor. I don't really need that right now, but because of all this happening, it's really helping me out. I also qualify for the $1,200 that we're supposed to be getting from the stimulus bill. I obviously don't know if that's like 100% going to come through. I'm not relying on it whatsoever, but I do qualify for that. So again, this is working in my favor. I am not out of a job and I would be getting free money essentially. So I do qualify for that, and if I do get that, that's either going to go directly into my savings account or I'm going to invest it in index funds. You know, if you are somebody who's lost your job or you've been laid off, anything like that, I am genuinely so sorry, and I'm not saying these things to brag or to, obviously, like this is just happening in my life and there's nothing that really I can do about it, you know, and it is just working in my favor right now. I did want to share those things because that's how my journey is going, and that's how I'm going to be able to make these payments and make extra money in these situations and save money. I do really hope this ends as soon as possible and that everybody can kind of go back to normal and get back into their routines and get their jobs back, anything like that. But yeah, I did just want to share that. The main bad thing that happened was my tooth. So on my main channel, I talk more about my tooth situation. My main channel is always linked down below. But I had a tooth that has been root canaled 3 times, and I was having pain on the left side. I thought it was a different tooth that I was having pain in, and so it felt like it was on the bottom. And so I was thinking I would need another root canal. So I was like, oh, I'm out of my emergency fund. That's gonna be another $1,000 at least. But what the situation is that it was that root canal. So I just got it extracted. So that was it was less than $300. Plus I got like an ozone injection, which I'll talk about more in my budget. But yeah, so $300 something, including the consultation to get the tooth out instead of like the $1,000 for a root canal. That it was a bad thing, but also a good thing in the situation, you know? So I got the tooth out, I'm out of pain. I'm still healing from everything, but we're doing okay. And I'm just grateful that the tooth is out, and I'm gonna try to keep my teeth as healthy as possible. I take really good care of my teeth, but they are just little weaklings and have always had problems since I was a child. So we're gonna cross our fingers that nothing else happens. But the good thing is my emergency fund is now very well funded, and so if anything does happen, I will have that money in place, and I'm gonna continue to save more as the year goes. With that being said, I did go a little bit over budget just overall on the expenses that I was expecting. So we can go into the actual numbers of my budget now. All right, let's go over my March spending. March wasn't too bad, to be honest. So we're gonna start with my income as usual. Please keep in mind that literally none of this money up here is taxed, including my take-home pay from work. I have to pay taxes on my own. So in case you're new here, these numbers are a lot higher because of that. So per usual, my work income was $4,658. From Mediavine, I made $418.35. From Google AdSense, I finally got paid $135.64. From Teachable, which is where I host my course and my coaching, I made $127.44. Amazon, just a little bit, $13.45. Etsy, I didn't make anything. I didn't sell anything. I did make some income in other areas. So I got $25 from PayPal, not from PayPal, but actually my client paid me through PayPal for $25. This was like, she randomly did that. $25, I sold a stock. I got a free stock on Robinhood. That was like $4 and something. And then I got my state refund because I overpaid on my taxes, as I said. So a total of $913.70. My taxes were a refund of $884, and my federal won't be coming in until April. So the total income for March, including my full-time job, was $6,266.58. Okay, now let's go to my spending. Like I said, I pay estimated taxes, so $1,088 was what I actually paid. I do sinking funds every month, car, emergency savings, vacation, medical and dental bills, and gifts. I contributed $100 to my Roth IRA. I donated $50. I paid $1,316 for my one-bedroom apartment. I paid $35 for valet trash. I paid $55 for Google Fiber Wi-Fi. My electricity was over, actually. My electricity was $65.21, and so I was over by $5.21. That's okay. I don't know really what happened. And then water and sewage was $36.71. So for this one, I was under by $3.29. My food budget is $250, as you all know. However, I spent $276 Now this was actually because I was like trying to stock up on things. I don't think this is so bad considering all things. I bought plenty of food for the next couple of weeks, and I don't think it's even necessary anymore, but I only went over by $26. So I have money, I have food left over for, you know, going into April, so I should be able to stay under budget for April. Gas for my car, total of $34.44. I only had to get gas twice as usual, so this was under by $15.56. My car minimum payment is $382.55, so we paid that. My student loans, $127.86, which is really good right now. I'm glad I actually even did this because my, you know, as you all know, the student loan interest is paused right now, and so this is helping a lot. Even with this small payment, it's just hitting that principal and there's no interest accruing, so amazing. My Bank of America credit card, I actually put $383 to it. I still use this card for my purchases, like every single purchase outside of, you know, my bills and stuff like that, my groceries, anything that I buy, I do charge to my credit cards to get points. So that's not really included here, but that does go toward like my minimum payment. But I did happen to go over by $383, like I just paid that, which is a good thing. So went down a little bit. And then my insurance, I paid $147.15. This is for dental, vision, and life insurance. I had budgeted $50 for health, but this is higher. So I had actually paid a lot more, $377.25. And this was over by $327.25 because I got my tooth extracted, I got an ozone injection, the consultation cost money, I bought some vitamin B12, and I had to get a prescription that was like $4, so that's what that includes. I paid $230 for my phone, my car insurance, and to help my sister out with the dog, so that money goes to my sister. I budgeted $700 for my business, but only spent $578.45. This includes a renewal of hosting. I have SiteGround and I renewed that. And I also paid for my logo. I got my website logo, my brand logo, which is really exciting, and G Suite, and also Tailwind. Those are what I paid for. So I was under by about $121. Spotify was $9.99 as usual. Grow You is the group coaching program I'm in. That is always $49. And then taxes, I swear when I called and asked how much my taxes would be, like for them to do it, it would be $215, but it was actually $265, which is extremely expensive in my opinion. However, I really like my tax guy. So this is a $50 over, but I really like my tax guy, and he helps me get more money, as you guys saw, because I got, you know, I was able to write off a lot of my expenses from last year. And so I guess it's kind of worth it, but that was pretty high. The other thing that I need to add on here, I should have budgeted for this because my stepmom's birthday and my mom's birthday were in March, and I actually only got to see my stepmom because my mom's birthday was like at the start of this whole, you know, craziness, and so I haven't even gotten to see her. I didn't buy her a gift yet either, and so I forgot to budget for this, but I spent about $30 total. Yeah, it's not a big deal in regards to going over or under. I have my sinking funds for that, so I was able to just transfer $30 to my bank account or to my savings, whatever, to replenish that. And then the other thing is interest. So what Bank of America is doing is charging a minimum interest, and I don't know why. So if anybody can explain that to me, I pay off my whatever new balance I put on my card, I pay it off basically immediately. So there shouldn't be an interest accruing. I'm gonna have to call them and ask. It's literally $1.50, but I still don't like that. So there is a balance on my credit card, as you guys know, almost $3,000. However, all of that is a balance transfer. And so I shouldn't be having interest on it. And I'm not really understanding where this is coming from, considering I pay everything else off. I don't know, but this total came to $5,574.46. So as you can see, the difference between my income and my actual spending is a positive number, so that's good. So I was able to save money and replenish my emergency fund because of those tax refunds coming in. And this was basically over from what I expected by $303.41. That is like what I budgeted versus what I actually spent. That's honestly not too bad. All right, so that is it for March. And I hope you all are doing okay, and I hope you guys are safe. And I'm so sorry, like I said, if you are struggling financially, just know that this is temporary and you will get through this. I know that all of this inspires me even more to get out of debt and to save even more money and to reduce my spending, not buy stupid things, because you know, you need that emergency fund. Because if I was in a different job, this would be, you know, a potentially completely different story. But comment down below how you did for March, or if you have any financial updates for March. Thank you as always for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you in the next one.